you get your $5 footlong? What about you? Where do you eat fresh? Well, let's find out from our next speaker, Souvik Chattopadhyay with Wheat or White.
Hi everybody. This would be a very tough act to follow, but I'll try my best to tell my story. It was a bright, sunny, beautiful August day that I landed in San Francisco, and my immigrant journey began. No, I wasn't coming to Frisco for my PhD. I was coming to Buffalo, New York. So what was I doing in San Francisco? Well, my uncle and aunt both lived in San Francisco. They were both academicians. And so the elders in the family thought it would be good to get some life lessons from them before I began my own journey. Yeah. Bright, sunny San Francisco was going to teach me everything about snowy Buffalo, and about everything American. Well, it did help that my uncle bought me the biggest comforter he could find in town, showed me how good it would have been to get free to Berkeley and Stanford, and also pointed out that bed zing was not part of Chinatown lingo, but rather the right place to cross the road. So after 5 days of such intense training, I was deemed fit to tackle everything American. And I landed in Buffalo, was not picked up by the student designate, grabbed dinner, took a cab, tipped the Hindi-speaking driver, and arrived at my temporary accommodation. I, Souvik Chattopadhyay, had arrived in America. And well, of course, I was ready to try everything American. This story, though, is not about some of those unmentionable things. It's rather simple. It's about food. American food. Wendy's, Burger King's, McDonald's, I soon nailed them all. I mastered the hi and the thanks. Learned all about the 5 kinds of sauces they had, the combos, the shakes, and all that stuff. But you see, as I was getting up to speed with this fast food tradition of America, America was undergoing what you may call a food revolution. Healthy suddenly became the key word. And I was told that the best that I was yet to try was Subway. Fresh and healthy American food. So I walk into a Subway a few days later, confident that ordering food off those shiny boards with the swagger of an urban Indian smartass, and say, "Can I have a Subway?" The guy looks up at me in my Yankees hat, glasses, the Jansport backpack on my back, and says, "You mean a sub?" "Oh, sub, yeah, I kind of knew that." What size? He asked. I got a little startled. I was pretty sure I was not at the shoe store. So I said, excuse me, please? What size? He asked a second time. Well, you see, Donald Trump was not running for president back then. So I had absolutely no idea that size does really matter. So I did the best I could do under the circumstances. Stared. 6 inch or foot long? What size? He asked me a third time. Aha! Numbers! I was kind of okay with them, so instinctively I said, 12 inch, please. And what kind of bread? Excuse me? I said bread, he said rather firmly. Hoping to lighten up the situation a little bit, I said with a chuckle, what kind do you have? Plain, wheat, barley, oat, honey oat, French, Mozambican, Italian, Australian, New Zealander, Chinese. I kind of lost him after that honey oat. So I said, honey oat, please? Any cheese? Yes. What kind? The kinds of cheeses too? Any lettuce? Yes. What about olives? Olives? What are they? What kind? What about onions and tomatoes? Yes, and yes, please? What kind of sauce will you want? Oh God, I don't think I'm even ready for this healthy stuff. Would you want some guacamole? It's our summer special. What was that? Are there kinds of that as well? 10 minutes later, I was handed my 12-inch American sub. Paid my dues and walked out of the door, my head down and my tail between my legs. I knew I had failed. Subway had won. So after more days of McDonald's, Wendy's, and Burger Kings, I thought to myself, I am a PhD student. I gotta focus and get this right. So I thought, what do I need to do? I need to understand the questions, know the answers, and in case there is some problem with the language accents, I need to know the order in which they are posed. So I sat down and wrote out all the questions that Subway had asked me the previous day. What size? 12 inches. Kind? Chicken teriyaki. Bread? Honey wheat. Cheese? Yes, please. The yellow one. Olives? Nope. Lettuce? Yes. Onions and tomatoes? Yes and yes. And sauce? Honey mustard. Items in order. I wrote them down and did what I have been taught best in India. Learn it by heart, cram it up. It's just like those multiplication tables. You can never ever go wrong. So I kept repeating it over and over in my head. Said it aloud to my roommates and then wrote it down back from my memory. Yes, perfect. I got this. Just like they say. And so on a snowy Buffalo afternoon, I was back at Subway. This was redemption time. And I was ready for it. Lucky me. The cute girl I had eyed the last time was ready to take my order. Thank you, God. I announced, I want a sub. Oh yeah. What kind, sir? 12-inch, please. I answered. She looked at me, all perplexed and all that. And I thought to myself, what? Did I do something wrong? I quickly thought the order back in my head again. Size, 12 inches, kind, chicken teriyaki, bread, honey wheat, cheese, yes please, not the yellow one, olives, no, lettuce, yes, onions and tomatoes, yes and yes, sauce, honey mustard. I got this, I couldn't be going any wrong, come on. What kind of sub, sir? She asked again. Oh, kind. You switched that order a little bit and got me there. but I know. The chicken teriyaki, please. And what kind of bread would you like, sir? I knew that. Honey oat. I was kind of laughing to myself, thinking that I am gonna ace this one. We are completely out of that, sir. What? I mean, no. I mean, that wasn't supposed to happen. You see, I am not even ready for that. Honey, oh, please? I said, kind of pleading, hoping she could magically generate some for me. But we are completely out of that, sir. Oh God, what's going on here? Would you want some plain wheat instead, sir? Yeah, thank you. Thanks so much for giving me that choice. Thanks a lot. And would you want that toasted? What? No. See, I don't want any toast. I mean, I want sub. But would you want it toasted? I noticed that she had dropped that sir by this time. But you see, I still didn't want any toast. So I said, no, And from then on, I kept saying no to everything else that she asked me. And as I walked out with my 12-inch chicken teriyaki sub, no toasted, no cheese, no onions, no lettuce, no tomatoes, and no sauces, I realized that my confidence was at its lowest. My pride completely shattered. And the feeling that I would never, ever have a chance with that girl slowly seeping in. I knew I had failed. Subway had won again.